Hey, Smoking Jacket Heads, happy Whiskey Wednesday. Another episode 22 now, of Smoking Jacket Whiskey Review. This week, I got me a standard, something pretty easy to find, not too hard. I've seen it in a lot of liquor stores, and something that's kind of a benchmark, so to speak, something that is just a consistent pour, something that's been around for a while. A lot of folks have had it. It's kind of like one of those old standards, and that is the Basil Hayden's Kentucky Straight Bourbon. A very distinct bottling, distinct packaging. It's the only one that's got a toga. You know, you really easy to spot, easy to see. I've had this one in my bar for a while. I'm not new to this. I've had it several times. Got turned on to it at a bar here in Houston. Really, they've kind of really come a long way with their whiskey offerings, whiskey bar, so to speak, out on Kirby, the Armadillo Palace, part of the Good Company family of restaurants. Last time I was there, though, they had an incredible whiskey offering, and this one was there, and a buddy of mine said, man, you got to try it. Been around a while, like I said, originally launched by Noe Booker in 1992. He wanted to go back to this old style of a different twist on bourbons. He modeled his offering after Mr. Meredith Basil Hayden Sr. and his 1796 version of his bourbon. Now, Mr. Hayden was a rye farmer in Maryland, and his twist on the old Kentucky standard was to add a higher percentage of rye in his mash bill. You know, as I've covered in videos past, you know, there's no secret recipe to a mash bill. There's corn, which makes up most of a mash bill in a bourbon, but then there can be wheat, there can be rye, there can be a lot of different things that they can add to it, and it's that ratio and percentages that give a whiskey its distinct taste or profile. Hayden's twist and what he wanted out of his whiskeys was a refinement, we'll call it. He wanted something that tasted refined, something with good flavor, that was smooth, but he wanted to set it apart from your typical bourbons. So his niche was more rye. Popping this bottle open, so right away, its notes, it's got an oaky flair to it. There is a distinct nose of oak. Its color is a nice dark golden brown. That amber look to it, as one of the guys commented on a video a while back. Definitely not pea yellow, right? But a pretty color, a little bit darker there in front of the camera. Notes again, that charred oak, but wow, right there, really jumped out at me. The vanilla jumped out. Vanilla and almost a like a molassy. Now, the thing I'm gonna tell you about this pour, and I've said it a long time. I even poured this for my now 18-year-old nephew. He was sitting up here in the man cave with his dad, and David and I are having pours, and the kid walks in, and I looked at David and I said, "You think he's too young?" He said, "Nah, pour him something." So I poured him one of these. This may come across harsh, but I've often called this pour bourbon on training wheels, because it is a light pour. It is refined. You know, it's not a sock it in your jaw bourbon, right? There's a lot of flavor in there. There's a lot going on, but it's very fine, very refined, almost light, but delicious. Let's take a little sip here. It almost dances down the gullet. Very, very, very smooth whiskey. Ooh, yeah. The oak is there. The oak is very pronounced, almost peppery. I'm getting brown sugar. That vanilla still in there, but it's got that little peppery finish. But it's nice. It's not harsh. It's not uncomfortable. Very smooth. It's finished. It lingers. It's still there, but not to the point where, you know, you're ready for it to go, right? You know, I've often said it on my videos, that that pop, back here in the gullet, back here as it's coming down, a little vapory coming up, almost evaporates as you're drinking it. This is a great starter bourbon for somebody. If you're thinking about jumping into bourbons with both feet, you know, this is something really to wet your whistle, pun intended. You know, I had a conversation with some really nice folks this weekend about whiskeys, and they kept asking me, well, what's your favorite? Well, what's your favorite? Well, man, it's so tough to say. So many different profiles out there. This is one of those profiles that's delicate, refined, and nice, but the flavor is there. Like I said, it almost dances down the gullet. Again, this is Basil Hayden's. I really don't know how to pronounce it. I don't think the man would have gone through life named after an herb, so I imagine it's basil. I don't know. This is 80 proof, 40% alcohol by volume. So yeah, it's on that lighter side, right? You know, what have we learned? Most bourbons hover in that 46, 92 proof, 46% alcohol by volume. You know, this is on the lighter end, and it's enjoyable, right? This is definitely like a summer pour. Something you could pour neat on ice, chill, relax on a Sunday, or you know, during the summer. Very, very enjoyable. Really enjoyable. Not hard to find. I really, I found it at Specs. I've seen it at Total Wine. You know, not hard at all to find. Let's take another sip. Just wow, really enjoyable. An enjoyable pour. Doesn't hurt at all. Just really nice flavor. But like I said, just almost that delicate, refined, highly refined, and that's what Hayden was wanting. That's what he was looking for in 1796, right? All these bourbons are distilled in Kentucky, the heart of Kentucky, heart of bourbon country. I'm gonna do some research on Booker. I'm assuming he's the same Booker that's come out with a lot of these, you know, Bookers and Bookers blends, single barrel batches. I'm assuming the world of whiskey is too small for this guy not to be a repeat guy. But I'm gonna have to do some research on him. Whiskey Wednesday. You know, reach out to somebody. The thing I do, the reason I do these videos, you know, and shout out to Doc. You know who you are. I appreciate the kind words. You know, these are for you guys. These are to reach out. These are for y'all to have a friendly voice to listen to. You know, but reach out to somebody if you're struggling, if you're hurting. You know, reach out, send a text, make a call, an IM, a DM, whatever. I mean, the world of technology is at our fingertips. reach out to somebody if you need help. Reach out to me. I'm always here. We're going to be on the road next week. Well, this week when you get this video. I pre-filmed them if you haven't guessed already. Going to be on the road. Going to be in San Antonio. I'm trying to come up with something for the road. I'm trying to come up with a different type of review. I'm reaching out to you guys. I want suggestions. Do I deviate from whiskey? Do I try something different? Let me know. Get me some feedback, man. Comment, share. Love you guys. Again, happy Whiskey Wednesday. Pour yourself something delicious. This week, Basil Hayden's Bourbon. A refined outtake on bourbon. More rye. Anyway, this is Smoking Jacket Actual. Love you guys. Keep in touch, and we'll be seeing you around. Out here.